I find it very handy to have these glass canisters on my kitchen island for dry goods such as sugar and flour and rice. And it has been fun to use velvet ribbons for different holidays. I still have some green velvet here from Christmas that has been working really well during January. And I have a lot of touches of green in the kitchen, but I wanted to add a touch of Valentine's. So I decided to add in some pink velvet and just mix that in with the green. Decorating our vintage cottage kitchen for Valentine's Day, I wanted to press into the soft pinks and decided to give this shelf a good dusting, and then to add some teapots and teacups, pulling that beautiful pink into the Valentine's Day decor. Whenever I am changing the decorations for the different seasons, I think it is always a great opportunity to dust my surfaces as I take things away and add new things. Again, the pink ribbon is just so handy and inexpensive for adding that Valentine's touch. I have used red ribbon and green ribbon and now pink ribbon for various holidays. It is inexpensive, especially if you get it on sale at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. And it's such an easy thing to tie a ribbon, and it doesn't take a lot of space to store ribbon, and it can be reused. So really, it is a win-win, charming solution for holiday decor. Please stay tuned to the end of the video or skip forward if you like for the Valentine's Day Vintage Kitchen tour, which will be at the end of this video. But I want to show you glimpses of our beautiful snow day in Texas that we had this last week. We hardly ever get snow in Texas, and so when we do, it's a big deal. And you can see my husband here breaking the ice so the goats can drink water. Just seeing the snowy top roofs on the chicken house, on our house, covering the roof of the barn and covering our vehicles, and in the branches of the trees. It is so beautiful. I spent the beautiful snow day in my vintage cottage kitchen preparing warm foods to keep my family fed. I wanted to do kind of a Reuben sandwich, and so I made my own sauce. I just threw some things together, some mayo, mustard, French dressing, some pickle relish, and stirred that all together. And I buttered a skillet and put together some sandwiches with some homemade bread, some meat, some melted cheese, pickled red onions, pickles, etc., and toasted those sandwiches for a snow day lunch. On this cold winter snow day, I wanted to put together a dinner that would be fairly easy but warm and filling for my family. This is a twist on the classic lasagna, but instead of using the lasagna noodles, I used ravioli, So I started by greasing the baking dish and then adding in some pasta sauce. And these are some fairly large spinach ravioli that I got at Costco or Sam's. And so I just did a layer of those in the baking dish on top of the marinara sauce. Here I am adding some basil on top of the ravioli. Really, you can layer this kind of a dish to your own taste and your own preference. On this evening, I decided to do a layer of pepperoni on this lasagna. And now I'm adding another layer of pasta sauce. This is one that we were trying from Thrive Market. And here I am using a shaved cheese. Whenever I'm doing these kinds of dishes, I just look and see what I have in the refrigerator and usually end up doing a variety of different cheeses in the dish. So here I am adding on another layer of the pasta sauce. And truth be told, I got this too full. So next time I will be careful to not pile the layers quite so high. And then I added yet another cheese, a shredded Parmesan. And I like to top off any kind of a pasta dish with herbs. I just like the pop of color that it gives over the finished dish. That's all there is to it. I just wrapped some foil around it and put it in a 350-degree oven until hot and bubbly. I didn't have a kitchen helper this evening, so I set the table myself. And usually we will put out the hymnals and sing a hymn together before we eat our meal. It's just a special time in the day to sing together as a family. And I usually put the hymn books on the chairs, but for some reason I just thought I would put them under the plates this time. And then I decided to slice up the homemade bread and melt some garlic powder and butter in a saucepan and make homemade garlic toast to go with the pasta dish. I recently made up a huge batch of peanut butter cookie dough. The recipe turned out to be like something crazy like 12 dozen cookies, and I didn't realize it when I started out to make the cookies. And so I had far more cookie dough than I wanted to use at one time, and I decided to freeze a lot of it in Ziploc bags, and it has been so handy to be able to take those bags out and roll the dough into little balls and then roll them in some sugar, press them down with a fork, and quickly have peanut butter cookies for our family to enjoy. So there's a little tip for you. It's a great idea to make a huge batch of cookie dough and freeze some of it for later use. At Christmas, I put some little tiny candle wreaths around these battery operated candles, but I did not have anything like that, like little candle rings for Valentine's. And so I went to Hobby Lobby and I found this decorative, I don't know what you call it, almost like a little wire or twine that you can wrap around things. And I just wrapped it around and around like a little wreath shape to go around the battery operated candles. I'll link some of those candles in the description below. I love my battery operated candles and it turned out super cute. I wanted to add some sweet treats to a little tiered tray on our kitchen island, and I found this box of the Nature's Valley kind of like crispy little strawberry granola bars at Costco, and thought how cute that would be for Valentine's. And so I added those to the bottom tray. And then I found these chocolate, almost like little graham cracker or wafer cookies in the shape of a heart at Trader Joe's with little Valentine sprinkles. And I put those on the top plate, and it turned out quite cute for a little snack tray. If you are still with me at this point in the video, now I would like to welcome you to my vintage cottage kitchen for a Valentine's decor tour. I'm so glad that you're here, and I hope you enjoy seeing the touches I have put in the kitchen for Valentine's. Up at the top of the hutch, I have the pink ribbon and some greenery, and then like a little spray of Valentine's pink and white hearts and little beads in that basket. Here are the lighted candles, battery operated, with my green and white, and a little bit of red and white dishes, and the little Valentine spoons there with the pink jeweled heart at the top of the little wooden spoons. I have had this green ribbon on this soup tureen for quite a while, and I love the green and white dishes that I thrifted last year. I thrifted the little gold mirror, and I do enjoy decorating this hutch for the different seasons. It doesn't require a whole lot of decor, but I really enjoy it. This little teapot I bought when my oldest daughter was turning 18. I had a tea party for her, and I picked that up, I believe, at Home Goods or TJ Maxx. I love this candle my mom bought me for my birthday. And don't candles always just warm up a space and make them seem so inviting? I have thoroughly enjoyed this fireplace that my mother gifted us with this last year, and just having it during the cold winter months. It does put out heat and it creates such a cozy environment in our kitchen. And here are some little china pieces that I have collected over time. Kept my Christmas greenery on this mantle with the little twinkle lights, and for Valentine's I added in some more of that pink and white twine that I bought at Hobby Lobby and just mixed that in. And after Valentine's, this greenery will go, but I have enjoyed it during January, and just adding in this pop of pink just it was the perfect thing for Valentine. Now I'm going to show you my grain milling area. I use it both for decor and for my grains, and below the countertop behind the curtains. We have our dried goods, but I love using the surfaces and the white shelves above for decor. And so here I have a collection of little like soup and gravy dishes, and they are great. The white is great for tying on ribbon. Here I have my hard white and soft white wheat berries for milling homemade grain. There is my new Bosch mixer that I received for Christmas and my grain mill. Really enjoy these little pink rose lights, string lights. I found those at Hobby Lobby, and the little swag above with the hearts that's made out of like a felt material, that was also Hobby Lobby. I put some little heart jewel type things in that glass dish. But yes, these little rose lights add a fun touch to the Valentine's decor. Little teapot and teacup were purchased last year, I believe at Ross and maybe Home Goods, some stores like that. The top of this shelf, you can see my 3 canisters that I thrifted and that beaded heart from Hobby Lobby. I just have some white and pink flowers in that thrifted basket. Moving over here to this white door, I picked this little sign up last year after Valentine's on a clearance sale, and I love the way it looks there. My entryway is pretty much the same. I have a little heart on the magnet sign that is on the ladder, and I did leave up this beautiful Christmas wreath with the white ribbon and the twinkle lights, and that will stay up through Valentine's. Over here, I just put a little nod to Valentine's with this little love letter hanging from one of the pegs on that peg rack. And I have this new little stand from Michael's, a little gold stand. I bought it on sale, and I put a little pink plate, little heart plate on there. I am enjoying these miniature roses that I bought at Trader Joe's. The pink was just right on for Valentine, so I'm enjoying that. I put a little bit of a sparkly red heart ribbon in that ivy, and I also picked up this beautiful hyacinth at Trader Joe's last week, and it is smelling so fragrant in my kitchen. There is the amaryllis that I've had since before Christmas, and it's well on its way to producing another beautiful flower. I really like these kinds of bulb flowers in the winter that I can put on my windowsill. It's such a touch of cheer and beauty, and a reminder that spring is coming with flowers. And so the bulbs are just really easy and low maintenance and fun for the windowsill. Moving over here, this is my fun shelf that I like to decorate, and I brought in some china tea pots and teacups. I have some of the same things like that little wooden tea box, but I definitely wanted to bring in the pinks in the china. This is a little white Valentine's house. The shingles on the roof are little hearts, and I put the pink vase right there. Just little touches of pink. This is a teapot my grandmother gave me on my mother's side years and years ago, kind of like a hope chest piece. And then this rose pattern on this china up here, that was something I bought at a garage sale in Ohio a few years back. And I want to show you this gold rod that was purchased at IKEA. I have a grapevine wreath and a pretty little round circle wreath from Hobby Lobby. I want to show you this little craft project I did over the weekend. It's a little Christmas tree, and I decided to paint some little wooden hearts that I bought at Hobby Lobby last year on clearance. And I painted them a soft pale pink, and I also bought some little flowers in the paper card making section of Hobby Lobby, and I used hot glue gun and just put a dab of glue and glued on the hearts and the flowers, and with the lights in the little light up tree, it turned out so pretty. I tied a little ribbon there, and it was a quick, easy craft project, but I really am enjoying it so much. And these hydrangeas, they're called Nearly Real, I believe. I bought them at Costco, and they look and feel so real. And I have had so much trouble trying to grow hydrangeas here in the hot Texas heat, and these look so authentic, and so I'm really happy with that.